Oh, welcome ladies and gents. Halo has set a premiere viewership record for Paramount Plus. Oh, let's bow down to Halo. No, let's definitely don't. Did you miss my episode 1 hate review? That's right, I brought the Mr. Hate reviews back. A special one-off for Halo episode 1 because it was trash. But it got copyright blocked. Copyright blocked by Paramount and CBS. Blocked. Not claimed, blocked. Now, you know why they do that? Because they run absolute PR nightmares. They're like, shit, we need to scramble. We need to hide anything that's negative about this show. That's why they do copyright blocks. Not claims. They blocked it worldwide. It was manually done. When they manually do a copyright block, it means some little dipshit turd burglar has been sat there online, little douche canoe, rowing his boat through the worldwide sea of the interweb. And he's like, oh, look at this negative reviews. Block. It's the most egregious style of damage control that a studio can do because it looks awful. So yes, I brought the Mr. Hate reviews back and then it was gone within 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes it was gone because that's how quick CBS, Paramount Plus have been running damage control. They are on it. They are massively on it. Hugely on it. Awful. What does that tell you? That they spaffed way too much money up the wall on this. Now, I know there's some people that like this show. I get it. You just got bad taste. I get it. I'm joking. But no, honestly, this show is genuinely bad. There was a shot of a CGI gun. All manner of stuff. I did a live stand-up review. I know. Unique. And it took the place of my Mr. Hate reviews. I'll leave it linked above. Go check that out. I did that last night. No sound for like the first minute because I was streaming and apparently couldn't get the technology to work. But I thought I'd update you on all of this. Now, let's take a look at this article where Deadline essentially sucks the D of Paramount Plus. Because it's all positive, which I reckon is probably paid for. Halo was once supposed to put Xbox on the map as a place for original scripted programming. Instead, the adaptation of the popular video game is helping to establish another digital platform, Paramount Plus. No, it's not. No, it's not helping to establish it as something to avoid. Sure. 100% I'd agree with you. Helping to establish it as something to go and watch? No. Massive disagree. Hugely disagree. Who's going to want to pay for this piece of crap? Awful. Now, according to the Paramount streamer, bear in mind, this is so you know that this is paid for PR because they've just Paramount was like, oh, Deadline, guess what? We broke some records here. Oh, can you prove that? Nah, just take our word for it. Streamers don't have to go through the same process as a movie does. These figures are not, they're not independently verified. It's all absolute garbage nonsense. This is a PR piece. This is PR because they're trying to, bury the fact that it's a shit show. I mean, a literal shit show. Halo has set a new record as the service's most watched series premiere globally in its first 24 hours of release, topping the previous mark established by Yellowstone prequel 1883 in December. As usual, no numbers were provided, but you're still going to run it as the headline, are you? No numbers were provided, as usual, but we'll still put it in the headline because we're getting money from CBS. Fucking dipshits. For reference, though, the record-breaking 1883 series debuted on Paramount Plus. It also drew 4.9 million viewers in a promotional linear airing behind Yellowstone on Paramount Network. We will get a sense of the scope of Halo's viewership when Nielsen's streaming rankings for this week come out. A Paramount Plus original has yet to crack the Nielsen top 10. So that'll be interesting. I'll also be very intrigued to see what the likes of Rotten Tomatoes comes up with, IMDb, Metacritic, etc. Halo, which debuted on March 24th, originated and was developed at Showtime before migrating to Paramount Plus a year ago. Bringing Halo to life as a streaming series has been one of the most rewarding efforts for Paramount Plus to date. What effort? You CGI'd a gun on the floor. Oof. We could not be more thrilled at the massive fan response to the series' debut, said Tanya Giles, Chief Programming Officer at Paramount Plus. Please, suck our D. We love it, please. Along with our phenomenal partners at Showtime, 343 Industries, you want to get rid of these mofos, and Amblin Television, we cannot wait for fans to experience more of this incredible universe. No one wants to. Apparently episode 2 is even worse, and episode 1 sucked. The series, which has already been renewed for a second season, because everyone just fails up in this world now. We must be living in an old... Are we living in like Bizarro's world where failure means success? Because that's what happens in Hollywood. Oh, everyone hated your programming. We'll give you a multi-million-pound deal. Don't you worry about it, son. Fucking what a joke. Anyway, the game anyway first debuted 2001 with the launch of Xbox's first Halo game, dramatising an epic 26th century conflict between humanity and an alien threat known as the Covenant. Halo stars Pablo Schreiber, who looks awful as Master Chief. Yes, he took his mask off at like probably the 45-minute mark of the episode. Bearing in mind the episodes are an hour long. We didn't need 15 minutes of your dumb face, Pablo Schreiber. We didn't need 15 minutes of your dumb face, especially when you're in conflict and actual action. You know why? Because you should wear a fucking helmet when you're in action. You're a Spartan. You should know that. You idiot. God. Anyway, the brilliant, conflicted, and inscrutable creator of the Spartan Super Soldiers, Jane Taylor as Cortana. Blah 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 blah. I bet Amblin Television's well annoyed with this. God, can you imagine Amblin Television looking at the dailies and looking at that CGI gun that was thrown on the floor? Can you imagine they would not have signed off on that? They couldn't possibly signed off on that. God, what an atrocious thing. Anyway, what did you expect from a series where people are literally doing copyright blocks? That people didn't even they didn't even play the games, they didn't refer to the games. What do you expect? Oh, you know that massively story-driven game? Yeah. Oh, we're going to turn it into a series. Yeah. And I've got the best idea. Oh, tell me more. Well, what we're going to do, bud? Yeah. We're not going to do the story. What? Why wouldn't you do that? You fucking idiots. Anyway, CBS. If you're not going to let me do my hate reviews, because you're going to copyright block them, we're going to take it down live every single week.